Here are the uses of bacteria. Bacteria are useful to us in different ways. At the same time, they are harmful to us. So, let us study the uses of bacteria one by one. The first use of bacteria is they are used in medicines, for making medicines. Different types of medicines are prepared by using bacteria. For example, antibiotics. Many cases, in many times, you all have taken the antibiotics when you have fever or any other diseases, wound, or to reduce the infection and all, doctors may suggest antibiotics. These antibiotics are made of bacteria. One important antibiotic is streptomycin, that is used to treat many plant and animal diseases. So streptomycin. Like that, there are different types of antibiotics. So the antibiotic medicine for the synthesis, for manufacturing antibiotic medicine. So bacteria are used in the medicines, for making medicines. Next use of bacteria is curdling of milk. Curdling. Curdling means convert the milk into curd. You know, milk, you all know milk and curd. What is the difference between this? By curdling, by souring the milk. പാല് പുളിച്ചാണ് തൈര് ഉണ്ടാവുന്നത് അല്ലേ? So for curdling the milk, bacteria are used. This bacteria convert the sugar present in the milk, that is the glucose present in the milk, that is called lactose. This lactose is converted into lactic acid. So conversion of lactose into lactic acid, that process taking place when curdling the milk. So curdling of milk with the help of lactobacillus bacteria, they convert the lactose into lactic acid. So that is happening when we add curd in the milk. Okay, that is one of the use of bacteria. Then another use of bacteria is for making vinegar. Have you seen that vinegar? It is used in pickles and all. Vinegar. So this vinegar is made by using a certain type of bacteria called Acetobacter. Acetobacter bacteria are used in the preparation of vinegar. Okay. Then the next one, tanning of leather. Leather. You know, animals' skin or the hides of animals are a source of leather. Leather is obtained from the animal's hide or the skin. So when after removing the skin from the animal's body, this skin is treated with certain type of bacteria. They eat up the fleshy particles present on the skin, and later they convert that into a good leather. So that process is called tanning of leather, treating the skin with bacteria and for making leather. So that is called tanning of leather. So in that also bacteria are used. Then another use of bacteria is retting of fibers from jute. Jute is a fiber, you all know. So from the jute fiber, then coconut fiber, in all these the fiber is separated by treating bacteria. We put them to decay. In the case of coconut, fibers, after decaying we separate the fibers. So that decaying process taking place with the help of bacteria. So here, retting of fibers with the help of bacteria. That is another use of bacteria. Then the next one is the formation of compost and manure. You learned in the last class how can we dispose the waste materials, especially the decaying waste, biodegradable waste. We put in a pit and then it is covered with the soil. Then the soil bacteria convert or decompose the waste materials, and they convert that waste materials into compost or manure. So many type of bacteria are present in the soil to make the soil fertile. So for making compost and manure, bacteria are used in the formation of compost and manure. That is one of the important use of bacteria. Otherwise, if such bacteria are not present in the soil, what will happen? A large number of decayed organisms, the plant waste, dried leaves, many things are present in the soil. All these are decayed and mixed with the soil, decomposed and mixed with the soil, and that make the soil fertile. Humus, you learned the term last year, humus. So okay, so that is the formation of compost and manure. So bacteria are very useful in the making the soil fertile. Okay. The next one is the biogas. Have you heard biogas? The gas is produced from the waste materials. Human excreta or animals excreta and many other waste materials are dumped in a pit and construct a plant. Plant means not a tree, a setup. In that, that waste is treated with bacteria, and when they decompose that waste, a gas is produced. That is called biogas. What is the use of that biogas? It is used for cooking. It is used as a fuel for cooking. Instead of using LPG gas, we can use biogas. It is used as a fuel to burn the stove. Okay, so that is one of the use of bacteria for making biogas. If it is made from the animals' dung like cow dung and all, it is called gobar gas. You might have heard that, gobar gas. The animals' dung like cow dung. If the gas is produced from the cow dung, then we can say gobar gas. So biogas from the excreta of living organisms. So it is called biogas. That is one of the use of bacteria. Then the another use of bacteria. Bacteria present in the soil. Some bacteria present in the soil. That bacteria can convert the atmospheric nitrogen into nitrate. You know, plant need a lot of nitrogen. The nitrogen is present in the atmosphere in large quantity, but they cannot use any nitrogen from the air. They get nitrogen only through the roots from the soil. So the nitrogen present in the air, in the soil, is converted into nitrate. That nitrate dissolves in water. So then through the water, the plant absorbs nitrates. So that certain type of bacteria found in the root nodules of leguminous plants, certain type of plants, pea, bean, like that plants, in their roots, there are certain bacteria present. That bacteria are called rhizobium or nitrogen fixing bacteria. They can convert the nitrogen into nitrates. So nitrogen fixing bacteria are found in the leguminous plant, root nodules of leguminous plant. That leguminous plant, that bacteria convert nitrogen into nitrates, and then plant can use it. Okay, that is the one use of rhizobium. One such bacteria is called rhizobium. Where are they found? In the root nodules of certain plants, in the roots of certain plants. I will show you that. Okay. Then next one is that is one use of bacteria. Then in our body, inside our intestine, there are different types of bacteria. They are very useful to us. They help to digest the food. Certain bacteria like E. coli bacteria, Escherichia coli. It is very difficult to pronounce that. So in short, we can say E. coli bacteria. E. coli bacteria are very useful. They are found in the intestine and they help to digest the food. And in the case of plant eating animals, cow, goat, etc., they eat a lot of plant and plant products like the leaf, stem, grass, etc. In their body, there is a special type of bacteria to convert the cellulose. The plant contains the cellulose. That cellulose can be digested by certain type of bacteria present in the intestine of grass-eating animals. So, such bacteria are called symbiotic bacteria. Why they are called symbiotic bacteria? They are living in that animal's body, but at the same time, they are useful to the animal. They help to digest the cellulose. So, they are called symbiotic bacteria. So, E. coli bacteria, Rhizobium bacteria, and the bacteria found in the grass-eating animal's body are symbiotic bacteria. They are useful to both the bacteria, bacterial cell, and also the host body where they are living. Okay, so they are called symbiotic bacteria. These are all the importance of bacteria, or we can say the uses of bacteria. At the same time, the bacteria are very harmful to us. A large number of diseases are caused by bacteria. Not only in human body, they are caused in plant body and also in animals body. So they cause many diseases. So two main harmful effects of bacteria are they cause diseases, and another one, food poisoning. They destroy the food items. Food poisoning. Let us see one by one. First one is the food poisoning. Making the food unfit for use. Making it poison. Making it, that is poisoning. Certain bacteria, especially found in the tinned food items. Tinned means in the closed containers. Some juices or many other food items are packed and tinned. In such a type of food, there is a type of bacteria. That bacteria is called, that cause a type of food poisoning. That food poisoning is called botulism. Botulism. Botulinum, it is caused by a type of bacteria called botulinum. Botulinum bacteria cause the food poisoning called botulism. Especially in the tinned food items, packed food items. Okay, and if we eat such a type of food, we will get many type of diseases. Loose motion, vomiting, stomach pain, like that. So food poisoning is one of the important harmful effect of bacteria. Another harmful effect of bacteria is diseases. Bacteria cause different types of diseases. Can you name some diseases caused by bacteria? You learned last year. Typhoid, tuberculosis, cholera, pneumonia, diphtheria. These are the diseases caused by bacteria. There are many other diseases also. They are very common. Tuberculosis is caused by a type of bacteria called Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Then typhoid is caused by a type of bacteria called Salmonella typhi. So that species name is related to the disease name, Salmonella typhi. Then another one, cholera. You know what is cholera? Cholera means nothing else, loose motion and vomiting together. So cholera is caused by a special type of bacteria, that is comma-shaped bacteria. That bacteria, Vibrio cholerae. Cholera is caused by a type of bacteria, that is Vibrio cholerae. And diphtheria is caused by a type of bacteria called Corynebacterium diphtheriae. So these are the important diseases caused by bacteria. Typhoid, Salmonella typhi. Tuberculosis, Mycobacterium tuberculosis. The pneumonia is caused by Streptococcus pneumoniae. Cholera is caused by Vibrio cholerae, and the diphtheria is caused by Corynebacterium diphtheriae. So these are the important diseases caused by bacteria. So here are the harmful effect and the uses of bacteria. Read the textbook well. Every point is given in the textbook very clearly. So you, I thought, I think you all already taken, already wrote the notes, points in the notebook. When you watch the class, you write the points and then read the textbook. Then it will be very clear. Then the bacterial cell, the structure of bacterial cell, I will show you an animation.